Alright, I'm ready to start now. Okay, so hi guys. Today, I wanted to talk about the Mario movie. I watched it yesterday. Yes, last night. It came out on the 1st, but I watched it on the 2nd. And honestly, there was like nobody in the movie theater, at least when I went. I sat in the very back. I pre-ordered my ticket online. And there was like low-key nobody in there. I remember it was like these two guys that was like 4 rows in front of me. And then there was like a couple 4 rows in front of them. And that was everybody in the movie theater. And I came in pretty late because I was helping a friend out. So I came in at like, the movie was supposed to start at 7, but the 30-minute ad roll. So I came in at like, I would say 7:22, 7:23, something like that. And it basically started like immediately when I sat down. So I guess they were just like, no one else is coming. And yeah, the movie was, okay, I will say this. I will say I enjoyed it. But there's a lot of things weird about it. I don't know how else to explain it. I feel like this is like an indication of where a lot of movies and shows are heading now. And I don't like the direction that we're going in. Because like I remember hearing, probably on YouTube somewhere, about how Netflix is trying to gear their shows towards like, how did they say it? They're gearing their TV shows to the ability where you can still understand what's going on in the show while like scrolling through Instagram or TikTok. And that's like, I didn't watch the last season of Stranger Things, but I watched a lot of reviews on it. I watched like the first like 2 seasons with some friends from middle school. That's about it. I haven't seen any more than that, so I can't really speak on the details of that, but I remember hearing a lot of people was like, they kept repeating like plot points as if like, no, you didn't like just hear them say it, or like you literally just didn't watch them say it. So they're just like repeating information as if no one was watching what happened at all, which obviously that's bad for many reasons. Because like it's like they don't what's the word, like they don't, honestly I feel like it's a case of like disrespect for your consumers, because it's like it kind of felt like they were belittling people. It's like, oh yeah, even though you just watched this, like you're probably still not gonna understand what you need to get understand here, what's going on here. And I feel like this Mario movie was not exactly the same indication, because obviously you can't watch TikTok while you're in a movie theater, but it's around like the same thing where it's geared towards a very low attention span audience. I don't know how to explain it, because the movie was really short. I think it was like an hour and 35 minutes or something like that. Very short movie. And on top of that, extremely fast pace. There's no break for any plot points in this entire movie. It's just you just go to the next, you go to the next, you go to the next, you go to the next, and then boom, it ends. And I will say, it didn't really, some moments I don't think it hurt the story that much. But I wish that it slowed down, or at least on the most important moments, because it's like I was following pretty well, I would say, for the movie. I might watch it again with one of my friends from college, but I feel like I was paying attention and following the story a lot until like the midpoint, but just that it was just happening really, really fast. And forgive me, my memory isn't the greatest, but a couple moments did stick out to me, and that's why I wanted to record this before I watch any videos on it, because I wanted to have my like initial opinion on it. Because like I know Moist Critical already posted a video about it yet. I was like, I don't want to watch it or read the comments before I film my own thing. But I do remember like the first moment that like it really started to bother me was when we started getting the Peach backstory, because it was just very, 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 very quick. Because when she was reading the book and she learned about like Rosalina and their bond with like the Stardust or whatever, there wasn't enough time. It was that part. Was it that part? Yeah, it was with the book and the flashback. Oh my god, the flashback to where she was like little with her sister and her sister gave her away. There wasn't enough time to process that information. We went straight there, and then it was like a hard cut to back to the that action. So it's like there's not enough time for that information to like simmer in your brain. It's just like, oh, here's backstory. I felt like they just like threw it in there because they had to for the ending when they meet up. It didn't have no, it had no story significance, because it was just such a blimp in the moment. And another thing that like stuck out to me, like there's not, here, I guess it's like overall theme, there's not enough time. They don't give you enough time to really process anything in this movie, because it's so quick and moving on to the next thing. That's why it felt like there's so many unanswered like storylines. Because I was gonna talk about this first. Here, I'm gonna go back to this point. But I remember when Mario and Luigi meet back up with Princess Peach, I was really shocked they didn't take a moment to talk about like what's going on. Because at the end of the day, right, Peach left the castle and her princess duties to the Mario brothers, right? And something major happened there where the entire castle just moved on, and like no one knows how the Toads are doing. They're just gone because they got like transported to some random planet with Bowser, and also Bowser's gone now. I didn't even think about that until right now. So not only is her castle gone, you have no idea how the Toads are doing. Their prisoner has escaped. Like there's a lot going on, and they just didn't even try to attempt to like bring it up. It's kind of just like, oh my god, hey Mario, and then they went to the Star Galactic, whatever they called it in the movie, and it's like Princess Peach didn't question how they got there or why they were there, and then Mario didn't think to tell her anything. It was like, oh yeah, nice seeing you, let's just keep going. And it's like I feel like there should have been more like emotional impact there. And then with like Bowser and Bowser Jr., there wasn't like, I was very confused on what they were trying to do with Bowser as a character in this movie, because like I obviously didn't think he was gonna be this, this reformed criminal the entire time, because obviously you can't have Bowser without his hatred for Mario and, well, not the princesses, just hatred for everybody, I guess. But it felt like they couldn't pick what they wanted Bowser to be. It's like they were fighting the entire time between, is he going to is he going to break their trust between them, or is he going to be reformed? And I think they kind of just played this off as a joke mostly, until they decided like, okay, no, this is going to be a plot point. So it's like they couldn't stick to one thing, which made it very hard to grasp what they were trying to do to him as a character. Because honestly, I love, and I'm sure most people love, his bond with his son. Like I know on the Switch, when you sign up for like, there's like parent controls or whatever, it's literally like Bowser and Bowser Jr. playing the Switch, and it's so cute. And they're honestly adorable in the movie. But just like the back and forth between, no, don't hurt them because like they're kind of my friends now, to like, okay, yeah, I do want to destroy these things. I feel like that was a lot kind of hard to grasp, because they just kind of pick a lane. Then also, I can't speak much about the game. I did play Mario Galaxy as a kid, but I never finished the game. I would just play, I just like the intro part where you had to collect the bunnies around the world. Literally like the first thing in the game. I played that game a lot. I just kept replaying the start because that's the only part I really cared about. And it was a long time ago, obviously, too. So I don't remember exactly what happened. So I couldn't really speak to you. Like, I don't even know if Bowser Jr. was in that game. It'd be so real if you. But I felt like they didn't really explain like Bowser Jr.'s plans that well. Like, it didn't really make sense for him to create as much as he did, if that makes sense. Like, I understand why they made that clear why this was so important to him. Like, obviously he has daddy issues, and this story was really important to him. Like, honestly, if my dad told me that story too, I'll be hyped, because Bowser did an amazing job on that story. And on the animators did really, really good too on that part. It was very pleasant to look at. I don't know why I phrased it that way. But I don't understand how Bowser Jr. went from whatever he was as a baby to being able to make an entire planet. First of all, let's start there. He made an entire planet. Some weird Incredibles robot thing. Made the world destroyer that his dad just made up to have a cool name. Even like every detail in the book, like the roller coaster, everything, he just made all of that. Like, just out of the blue, he skipped boarding school for like a month, and made an entire planet. Like, it doesn't make any. They didn't really explain how he got there. He was just like, oh yeah, Dad, I did this, by the way. Oh, it gets better. I did this, by the way. And I don't know the video game lore that much. Like, I know, I think it's the game where like the cat suits. I think Bowser Jr.'s in that one. I don't know, something about that game reminded me of the movie. I didn't play the game, but I watched people play the game. And I don't know if Bowser Jr.'s in there. I think he is. But I don't know if it's like, what I'm trying to say, like, I don't know if it's like in another game where, because I've seen these powers before. I just don't remember where. I don't know if like he's like in universe he does possess these like powers to do these crazy things, but just like as a movie, it just didn't make sense for like this little kid to be able to do these crazy things. And of course, I don't know if they're like relying on like the video game knowledge to pursue these types of tasks, but which is like another point I can make. Like, I feel like they can't decide who they want their target audience to be. Like, are they targeting, children? Like, honestly, brain rot children, let's say that like don't have the attention span, and why they had to make it such a fast-paced movie? Or do they want the actual fans that know like everything about Mario? Because this movie was also, this whole movie, they couldn't decide what they wanted to do. Because I do there was a lot of Easter eggs towards other games. And like, even though like like I said, I don't my memory's bad, and I don't have that like vast of knowledge on the various different games, but I was still able to pick up on a lot of them. Like, there was a lot of Easter eggs to Smash Bros. Like that like 12 frames per second. It might be less than 12 actually. That guy from Smash Bros. I remember he was in there, and then of course that entire Fox guy that had honestly a pretty significant portion of the movie to have nothing to do with Mario Galaxy. There was just a bunch of like little teeny Easter eggs in there, and I was not expecting Yoshi to be in here either. I was actually really shocked to see Yoshi, and especially how they made him like a gangster. I was not expecting that either. And it was a lot moving. There was a lot of things happening all over the place. Like, they were just adding, they were just adding as many Easter eggs as they possibly could, and like just hopefully throwing it within the story and hoping it makes sense. To the point where like this movie was supposed to be about like Mario Galaxy, but there's more things from other games than there's references from the Mario Galaxy game that this movie is supposed to be based on. Because like the only thing like is, of course, it's the music, which I love hearing the Mario Galaxy music because it like brought me back, and it's so pretty. They always do so well with all the music, so it was really nice seeing that. And then when like Rosalina's kids did the star thing, but they only did that like once. But it's like, I did see like a comment somewhere about like the Fox guy, I forgot his name, has more screen time than Rosalina than in the entire movie, which is kind of crazy. Which is like, honestly, they're not wrong. Rosalina was not in this movie at all, and she's such a diva. I love her. I love Rosalina. I found a new favorite character. I fear, guys. I see the hype towards Rosalina. But yeah, which I feel like that comment actually like perfectly encapsulate like the problem, like this problem for the movie. Well, there's a lot of problems, but just the individual problem for the movie, because like they're trying to do too much within one movie. And of course there's probably going to be more movies. Like, I just generally don't know what they're going to do next, because there's not a like defined path. I don't know what's going on. It's just I don't know what I just watched. I don't know what I just watched. I don't know what they're gonna do. Nothing makes sense. That's where I am right now. I don't know what's going on. But what else is really bothering me? Oh my god, the ending. Let's go into the ending before I go into like things I liked about the movie. That ending made no sense. Why on earth did they just quit fighting? They literally just gave up fighting because Bowser Jr. got eaten by the dragon that he cooked up with whatever his brush power thing is. He got eaten. Bowser got broken up. I think, yeah, because it's the thing that Luigi, the different frame rate animation that Luigi drew destroyed him, which I thought was funny. That was like the most powerful thing ever. He destroyed him. I thought that, like, again, doesn't help that I don't know that much about the games, but I thought he just like comes back together like the original like skeleton things, Koopas. But yeah, he was just like broken apart. So, which was apparently supposed to just make Bowser give up. And after Mario saved Bowser Jr., he just gave up on fighting completely. It didn't make it wasn't a, how do I describe it? It wasn't a conclusion. Like, it makes no sense for them to just give up fighting. It's like, why would they go around finding Bowser bones? Because they couldn't have broken up that much, right? They couldn't have gotten that far. Because Peach and Rosalina, they do like the star whatever thing, and now everything's in grass and flowers. But the battle scene was just in one arena, so it's not even like there's a reason why they need to go and collect all these bones. And it's like they completely just gave up all of their intentions to fighting the crew. And also they're on objective, because after that they didn't even think about like, oh my god, Rosalina's gone. They just gave up entirely on their initial goal. They just gave up. It doesn't make any sense. And like then the movie just ended. Oh my god. Why did they do this? It doesn't make any sense. They just gave up. And then we go back to the kids just pull up, because like they knew exactly where to go, apparently. Kids pull up with the fox thing, and then they go to the castle, and that's when they find out like, oh my god, the castle's gone. And then Mara's like, oh yeah, we'll just build it. Just casually like, oh yeah, we'll just fix it. Then there's a montage in them building the castle for whatever reason. And then after they make the castle, see, I don't even remember what happened after the castle. I think the movie low-key just ended. Okay, they made the castle. I think the movie ended now. See, I can't even remember. Everything was going so dang fast. I know they rebuilt the castle, and I was like, that was it. Then the movie it was just done. Then the movie was just done. And then the end credit scene, when on earth did Bowser and Bowser Jr. get sent to prison? Because it makes sense that, of course, they just tried to destroy, they almost killed Rosalina, and then they had a plan to destroy it. But I don't think logically it makes sense for us to just assume that they would just go to prison, because there was no conclusion to the fight. It felt like we just ended the fight in the middle of the fight. There was no climax. They didn't hit a climax and resolution in the fight. It was like we were still in the beginning. At least what it felt like. Because Bowser Jr. just gave up. Bowser and Bowser Jr. just gave up, and now they're in prison apparently. It doesn't make any sense. And the ending, it did remind me of, what movie does this remind me of? Is it Inside Out? I think it's Inside Out, but I don't remember why it's Inside Out. Something, that end credit scene reminds me of another movie. I just don't remember why. But that's exactly what I thought of at the end. But it didn't make sense that he's just like in prison now. That both of them are just in prison now. It doesn't make any sense. Why did they do that? It doesn't make any sense. But yeah, I would love to, hopefully my friend wants to watch it again and I'll go watch it with them. If not, I'll go by myself, because I am curious about, there's definitely more issues I had with this movie, but it's just like the main ones that are sticking out to me. The ending is atrocious. They don't stick to anything throughout this entire movie. They're trying to do too much in too much of a short amount of time, and oh my god, they think everybody on this planet has ADHD or something, because this was obviously structured for that demographic. And I'm getting tested for ADHD in the beginning of May. And I don't know what this I didn't like it. I didn't like it that much. I did enjoy it. I wouldn't say I wasted my time. I did buy a cup. I did do that. I was not about to spend $40 on a popcorn bucket, but I did buy a cup, which I'll probably insert in this video somewhere. But I did buy a cup, and it is a cute cup. I'm gonna keep it next to my other movie stuff I bought throughout, like, since I've been in college. But what is this movie, guys? What is this movie? It has so much potential. But yeah, let me get into what I liked about it. The animators did a phenomenal job. The animation is gorgeous. Gorgeous. And I love all the tiny details they did. Like, even at the beginning with, I don't know what those guys were in the desert. When, like, they told him to point at the where the problem was, and he started shaking the maraca. I thought that was funny. And then when Peach is told about the Rosalina needing help, and the dude was wearing the Mario pajamas, and he had a Mario plushie, and he had the Mario like shake his head. Which honestly, that's another thing. I don't understand like the end universe celebration that much for Mario, if that makes sense. Like, okay, I haven't seen the Mario movie since the first one came out. And I do know, I think they saved the world again, which they did a really good job on the ending there. Like, I remember when Mario was like down, I like actually fell for him. Felt so bad for him. They did a really good job on that tension, which also was the reason why I'm mad about this movie, because they did the last ending so well. But anyways, I guess I don't really understand like the factualization, I don't know if I said that word right, about the brothers and how they're just like super I'm about to say supermodels. They're like they're like famous now, if that makes sense. But that might just mean me misremembering things. But I thought that was kind of like, out of the blue. I wasn't expecting that. But I do like that little detail they did with the stuffed animals. And there's just like, there's a lot of tiny details like that throughout this whole film. You can tell like the animators had a lot of fun with their each individual scenes. And I just really appreciate those tiny details. So I really like when I shot that out. Of course, I'm an animator. In fact, you guys can't see it, but while I'm talking, I'm working on my 3D animation project right now. So it is something I have a lot of appreciation for. But that's something I want to point out. My main thing I really enjoyed about this movie was honestly the music. Because it was so nice. It was very nostalgic. Hearing like the beats to like original song. Because I never played the full song. It was just like another song that they mixed with like the original songs. And it was honestly a really nice touch. Like every time they would transfer to different scenes. It was like, of course, Rosalina was like the Mario Galaxy music. And then like, even like the battle scenes, it was so nice. It really did just like take me back to me playing the game just to count all the bunnies. I don't know why I kept doing that. That's the only thing I cared about that game. If you can't tell, I like bunnies. That's my favorite animal, if you couldn't tell by the name of literally every social media platform. It has something to do with bunnies in it, but I love bunnies. I don't know what else to tell you guys. I just love them. But yeah, they did a really good job mixing the music. I felt like they never like overdid it. It was always just like a good taste of it, at least in my opinion. I really enjoyed it, those little moments. But yeah, is there anything else? I think honestly, I enjoyed like the character interactions. Because a lot of my favorite characters were in this one. Like, Luigi will always be my guy. I love Luigi. Which is another reason why I'm hoping that they will make a Luigi Mansion movie. I don't know the logistics of doing something like that. But I feel like that would be amazing. So I would love to see that. Yoshi was adorable. Although I was shocked about the gangster role. But I did... I wasn't complaining when he was on the screen. I was confused. A little confused, but I enjoyed his presence. And I'm excited to see... Well, hopefully, the next movie, they'll bring Daisy in. I am excited to see them together, because they're the only couple in the Mario universe that I actually care about. Because they're adorable. I love Daisy and Luigi. So I'm excited to see that. And what else? I'm thinking of like characters in the movie. Yeah, I already told you about Rosalina. Newfound appreciation for her. I mean, I always liked her, but she was the boss of this movie, even though she was in it for like 0.2 seconds. She's always a diva. What else? I will mention this. My friends brought it up because when they came to class yesterday, I asked them what their review was on the movie, and they actually made a really good point about how they skipped a lot of games in this movie. And I didn't think about because I didn't know about this honestly, about how like Mario 64 and I believe she said Sunshine, like those movies were predating Mario Galaxy and was like a lead up. And I am kind of shocked that they skipped those games. Number one, because it's supposed to be a lead up to Mario Galaxy, but number two, because of how cherished those games are to all the fans. And I feel like, even like, of course, you gotta think about it from a business perspective, because they're not gonna do anything that they don't think they're gonna make a lot of money from. But I feel like there is so much money in those games individually, especially Mario 64, because Mario 64 is everywhere. It's everywhere. So why, unless they're trying to, that's what I told them. I was like, I think they might do like a prequel maybe. Because like, I don't understand like what else they can do with this, if that makes sense. Because they're like, there's no way they're just not going to hit those movies, right? Those are like big movies. In fact, I would argue Mario 64 might be bigger than Mario Galaxy. Okay, I know I love Mario Galaxy mostly because of the bunnies. I know I have a deep appreciation for Mario Galaxy, but I think Mario 64 has more appreciation than Mario Galaxy. So it is really interesting if they weren't going to do like a prequel and I like genuinely skipped it. But they might, now that I'm thinking about it, they might have prioritized Mario Galaxy so they can further push the princess storyline, because I can see how that must be really important to them. Cause I was honestly shocked about Peach at the beginning, how they were doing like the oh yeah, it's my birthday, which I don't remember, but I do remember the start of the game, and I think it might have been like a Peach celebration. It was like some party thing. I remember you gotta walk around. It was like a bunch of balloons, and it was like dark. And then like the cutscene started, and it was like a bunch of ships, and I think Peach got kidnapped again. I just remember walking around the town, and it was like balloons, and then the ships came, and that's all I got, guys. That's all I got, guys. And then somehow you get to the planet with the bunnies. You have to count it. That's all I got. I couldn't tell you nothing else. That's all I remember. Don't see me, don't see me. But maybe it was like a party. I don't remember. But I was honestly really shocked they were gonna take it in that direction. So maybe that's why they prioritized this movie, so they can keep this princess thing going. And honestly, I don't think I would hate this, because again, like, I'm really excited to see Daisy. I'm not sure what they're going to do next, because this movie was really confusing, and I hope, but I doubt, if that makes sense. I hope that they take like everyone's feedback on this movie into heart and like change it a little bit, but we know how Nintendo is. They don't listen to their fans, because they wouldn't have their they wouldn't have their games be $80 if they listen to their fans. But there's a lot of potential in these movies, especially because like the movie is beautiful, the animation is gorgeous, and there's a lot of potential in what they can do with the storyline because of how vast the Mario universe is. Just that you can't do everything in a movie. There's like, that's why I was kind of texting my friend after I watched the movie last night, like there's no beginning, middle, end. It just ends. The movie just ends, and like in the middle of the 3-act structure. Hang on. And it just, I don't know, man. But yeah, hopefully in the future, they fix it. I will say, like, I rated the movie like a 6 out of 10 because I did enjoy my time. I did laugh a couple times. Like, it was a really entertaining movie. I'm sad with like how they approach this story, just because of how much potential it had. So I enjoyed the movie. I am slightly disappointed, but I did enjoy the movie. And yeah, that's pretty much my stance on it. Comment down below if you agree with me, or you have any other things, or maybe if you know more about the games, because I know a lot of people, I don't have Twitter or anything, but I was like very briefly just looking at the comments of like Moist Critical video. I haven't watched it yet. I'm probably gonna watch it after I stop editing this. Stop filming this. But I know a lot of people were saying how like it has nothing to do with the games, and I was like, of course, I just don't really remember too much about it. I do remember seeing the bunnies in like that like airport scene in the game. In the movie. But yeah, I can't really speak much on that. I need to text my friends from high school to see how, because I was friends with a lot of Mario fans. So I wonder how they enjoy the movie. But yeah, this is just like my opinions on the movie, my thoughts. But yeah, please comment down below what your thoughts were of the movie. And I know that my channel, first 2 videos about movie reviews, this is not a movie review channel. It just happened, the first 2 things I've been able to sit down and record have been either a show or movie review. But I'm gonna try to post more on here for you guys. But yeah, subscribe if you want more. This channel is just about me just like yapping about random stuff I like, or I'll post like some art things. But yeah, thank you for watching if you came this far. I see I recorded for almost 40 minutes again. But yeah, have an amazing day, and I'll see you later, hopefully. Bye bye.